The nation is still hoping the economical standards to be set by our structural constructors. Like that, we have Mr. Saira Mudumba, our experienced structural engineer, yet a professional in planning and team development. Hello, sir. We welcome you from the side of Pro Trainee, which is on a mission to upskill all the students to another episode of Through the Lens of Civil Engineer, a talk show with professionals. We welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your warm welcome, Disha.
Okay. So we'll proceed to talk about him a little more detail. So let's look at his background. So he's currently employed in Alliance Structural Engineers Private Limited, Hyderabad, as a structural engineer, which has one more background experience in e-construct design and building private limited background. Not only that, he has already worked as an intern in site as well. So let's look at the companies he has worked with. It's Gumba Coal Infra Consulting LLP Hyderabad and Monterey's Infra Constructions Khamba. So we will be looking at his achievements now. He has actively participated in multiple presentation events and received recent certification with the awards of Cold Chain in Exhibition as a company representative, as well as a star performer in G plus 43 structural design presentation. So we can see he is already proficient in his field. Not only that, we can find his proficiency in several other domains. For example, RC and steel structural designing, detailing of different structural elements, executing the work on site, knowledge regarding survey reports, maps, blueprints, drawing, projects, plans. Not only that, he can even estimate the quantities and cost of materials, equipment, and the labor required, which is definitely initially needed for a team leader. Not only this, he can manage direct staff members, maintenance activities, and construction operations at the project site. We can see his knowledge of designing construction and structural repairs help in his designing codes as well. So, we are literally mind blown about your extraordinary background. Sir, would you like to tell about more about your educational background?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear from you all these things. First of all, I was shocked actually. I have these many things in my profile and all the career till now. Coming to my education, initially, I didn't think uh, I will be a civil engineer, first of all, and after that, site engineer, and right now, I'm a structural design engineer. I want to tell you a small story behind this. Yeah,
Okay.
after completion of my intermediate, I'm the one of the topper, unfortunately. Uh, After
Yeah,
that, I
sure.
don't know. I don't know in which stream I have to enter. So
Okay.
one of my college offered some award like a thing, and they have open seats for the civil and mechanical.
Okay.
So just because of that small offer at that time,
Mhm.
I have started researching regarding civil and mechanical. Comparatively, I entered into the civil engineering, unfortunately, and
Okay.
uh, 4 years has completed. Again, placed in a top list. Don't know how it happened. So after that, I decided obviously I have to work on site for money or experience, whatever it is. Especially everyone will say that we are working for passion and all the things. End of the day, money matters, right?
Yeah, see.
So initially, my professional career also started like that.
Okay.
Why I'm sharing all these things? Uh, if you are experienced in something, everyone thinks that he is passionate about that from the childhood.
Okay.
No, not exactly. It will happen in the journey of that profession. So I want to share this thing just because of that. So Simply, this is all about my educational background.
Okay, so like, where have you done your graduation and all experience? Uh,
Yeah, coming to my graduation, it's happened in the local college only, in local university. It's not that much reputed.
okay.
So once you committed for something, you have to do. You have to create miracles or wonders in that.
Okay. So I checked. You have been in JNU as well, right?
Sorry.
You were in Jawaharlal Nehru University, isn't it?
Yeah, Jawaharlal Nehru University.
Okay. So that's definitely puts a great, reputation.
Yeah, university authentication is good. Again, where you are studying, that matters, right? So
Okay.
the infrastructure, environment, and everything is good. What about your mindset at the stage of learning? That will also important.
Okay. So, like, did you had any other any other idea about engineering when you were in 12th?
Yeah, of course. Engineers are the creators of the world or nation, whatever it is. So either it may be civil engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, whoever it is. Once we will enter into the stream blindly, but after knowing the history of the stream and the wonders happening in the world, and coming to the civil engineering point of view, you have to observe the construction in a different perspective. If you are a normal people, you are looking at some construction location or site, your perspective will be different. But you are a civil engineering student, you will start digging inside concepts of that construction. What the mix ratio they have used, how many workers are working in the site, what are the equipment they are using. Your perspective will be changed when you are a civil engineering student. So once you that thought will generate in your mind, you will start automatically you will start learning, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
I proudly say that when I was in fourth year, final year of my graduation, I started YouTube channel. I have
Wow.
90,000 subscribers right now. It's a civil tech constructions. The reason, the reason we started the channel is to build that gap between the theoretical part and the practical thing. Once we go to the site, entirely different thing is happening in the site. We are learning something else in the textbooks, uh, history and all the things and manual designs and all. That is not exactly happening in the site is going just because of the experience of labor who are working at the site. No site engineers at all in the local sites. So we decided to inform this thing to the civil engineering aspirants. So we decided to create a channel and we have to share the content. We have visited a lot of construction sites at that point. And
Wow.
you can imagine that why 90,000 subscribers are there in my channel right now.
Yeah, that's empowering. Wow.
Yeah, that's the power of civil engineering actually. You have to initiate a single thought, it will grow on.
Okay. So, how many videos you have worked till now?
Around 170.
Oh my God, that
I can
is
say
a
that
huge
a
amount.
fresher student entered into my channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, a fresher student, if a fresher student enter into my channel, he will learn everything regarding site, how to manage labor, each and every small work, how to manage that work. If he face some problem in the site, how can he deal with that with those 170 videos?
But that helps us.
We are working for that actually.
Yeah, definitely. That is the question actually. Like why it is so different to deal with civil engineering at college level, and that is why we have the differentiation among the trained people and the untrained people, and this is the reason why so many people do not have experience and get rejected on that basis, right?
Yes.
So, what is your
And
opinion about it?
yeah, definitely, an engineer should be trained and nurtured. Nurture engineer will create so many things, So, and I'll tell you the simple difference.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that coming to the basic level, labor also know that side shuttering should remove after 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bottom shuttering should be removed after 14 days. Side shuttering we can remove after 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
This thing will know everything. But coming to the trained civil engineer, he will, with your experience and his knowledge, he can remove bottom shuttering after 10 days also. And he will stay that shuttering up to 24 days also. Just because with his knowledge and experience, he can see the structure and he can say that is it gaining its strength or not, curing is happening properly or not. He can say that. So, but coming to the untrained civil engineer, he know the statement. Bottom shuttering should be removed after 14 days. Side shuttering should be removed after 24 hours only. He know the statement. Directly will go and remove the shuttering, but he don't know the consequences after that. But
Mm-hmm.
trained civil engineer will do that. That is the basic difference. I can say that. From this level, you can imagine up to the high-rise buildings. How training is important for an engineer, especially for a civil engineer. Because and if an untrained civil engineer constructed a building due to some disaster and all the things, it has collapsed. How many people lives are building? Risk level will be very high, right?
Yeah.
We are dealing with the lives of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why training should be mandatory.
Okay.
I'll suggest every civil engineering student to work on site for at least 6 months. This is minimum period
Okay.
because every civil engineer need administration skills. At the time, uh, when they are working with the people at the site, uneducated labor, they are uneducated, but they have a lot of experience. They worked in a lot of sites. An engineer can learn from them also. If they are doing mistake with their experience, that is correct, but coming to his technical knowledge, that is wrong. He has to explain that. He
Yeah.
has to convince that. This is the administration skill.
Okay.
So if you work inside at least for 6 months, you will get so much of knowledge. Then you can move to any stream
Okay. So practical
and your
exposure
fresher
is
tag will be
required.
removed.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely important as well.
Definitely.
Hmm. So, are there some specific skills that are literally important for a fresher? Specific skills, in specific technical
Of
domains.
course. Of
Okay.
course.
So can you count them?
Yeah, following Indian standard codes.
Okay, okay. So, can you name those?
Following Indian standard codes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Is there
IS
any?
456, IS 1893, IS 13920.
Okay. Is there any other skill?
Lot of codes we have.
Okay.
Yeah, a civil. I list some skills. I list some skills. A civil engineer must have self-respect first of all, because if he respect himself, anyone in the site or his colleagues or everyone, they will respect him for their work or character or whatever it is. So self-respect is important, and in taking instant technical decisions at the site.
Mhm.
If you are a site engineer or structural engineer, particularly if you are a site engineer, this quality should be important. As a fresher or as experienced, you have to take instant technical decisions. Why? Because when you are casting a slab, something has happened. Structural engineer is not available at that time. So you are casting on Sunday, but structural engineer is taking off on that Sunday. So you are the boss there. You have to take a decision, but it should be technical. Monday, structural engineer will come and ask you, why did you do that? You have to say the reason. You are responsible for that. You have to take that responsibility and you have to take that instant decision. If you say structural engineer is not there, we will wait for tomorrow, he will come, we will take his decision and go through. How much loss will happen in the project? One day project delay. Labor came to the site, owner or client have to pay the amount and equipment, everything, total loss.
Okay.
So at that time you have to take instant technical decisions. I'm stressing this, not instant decisions, instant technical decisions. And engineer should motivate others every time, because again we are coming to the site as a as I worked as a site engineer, I have learned so much in the site. That's why I'm currently stressing on site, not on structural designing, all the things. Why? Because previously I said a fresher can work at least 6 months on the site. That's why I'm stressing this zone.
Mm.
So a site engineer should motivate people every day, because as I told, illiterate workers, they know that with their experience they are doing correct, but with the technical reasons you have to convince them, you have to motivate them, you have to introduce new methods. They have only one constant method to do some work, like brickwork or plastering or mixing ratio and all the things. You have to guide them in a different way to complete the work in a short time. Project duration is also very important for the project engineers and client also. So you have to motivate the people to work more,
So it
and
totally depends.
ability to take the risk as a, yeah. Ability to take the risk also important, and daily update regarding what is happening in the market or our industry or field. What are the new upcomings and what are the new technologies coming into the market? You have to uh, learn all the things also.
So we both have pros and cons while working on a site, right?
Yeah,
Great.
everywhere pros and cons are there.
But practical, it's practical, no?
Can you tell me one thing only with the benefits?
But we
Nothing,
can
right?
look at longer term benefits, right? In comparison to lesser short
When you
term.
are looking for the long term benefits, you will missing these short term benefits.
Okay, great. That's a debate now. All right. So, what has been the biggest achievement you have never ever thought you would have entered into?
Yeah. uh, I just resigned in my previous company,
Okay.
and at that time one thing happened. We are given subcontract to somebody.
Then,
They are delaying project, they are saying so many reasons. We are working somewhere else, not in our company's area. We are working somewhere else for someone else. I don't want to
oh,
mention those names and names here.
yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we are working in Maharashtra for some reputed company. We are given subcontract to some third party consultancy, but they are giving so many reasons to delay the project. We are
Oh,
getting pressure from the client and higher authorities. At that time I took one step. That is my biggest. I didn't even think it will be my achievement, but right now I can say that this is my achievement, because I removed that contractor. I
wow.
have I have taken entire responsibility. Entire location is new for me, but I know how to deal with it. I have my schedule to complete within the target. So I went to the vendors, contractors, laborers, and all things. I did complete everything remaining in the project. Half of the project done by the consultant, half of the project done by our company itself, and I'm only the person who is there in the site. Entire things are monitored by project engineer and all things from the Hyderabad office. So that is the biggest achievement, and I got awards, rewards from the management, because just because of this activity. And I want to say that every single moment is an achievement for a civil engineer. If you are completing small house, this is an achievement. If you are completing an entire project, that is an achievement. If you complete a small work in time, that is also an achievement, right?
Yes, yes.
If you are an architect, client given you the land and measurements requirements to plan the building duplex in the morning, they want it by the end of the day.
Yeah,
If you deliver that, that is also an achievement.
definitely we
So
need
as you asked, biggest achievement, I shared that.
to. Okay. So which has been the most insightful training for you to, gain confidence that you can manage a project all on your own? Which has been the biggest, in most insightful training for you? Like as you worked as intern before, or maybe something else.
Yeah, I think I can say that that internship after my graduation, I worked as assistant for site engineer.
Wow.
Assistant for site engineer.
Scored in one
So
go.
I learned so as an assistant, site engineer is itself nowadays he is an assistant for anyone. So I worked as assistant for him. So he learned so many things: how to manage labor, how to gather the people, and how to train them. So he introduced me to the market, and
Mhm.
he introduced industry to me.
Wow.
Why it happened, vice versa.
Okay. So, what else? Like, did you get paid or anything in the first time?
No, never
But you
expect
learned,
payment in the initial stages. No.
but you learned so much, right? This is the main lesson for us.
Yeah.
Like, we need to look at things which we are
Yes.
never ever into, isn't it? The market, the field, the buildings, the construction, the management, and the team. They will definitely make you ensure all those skills at the same time, right?
Yes. Now someone is paying for my work just because of that decision. I didn't expect payment at that time. Simply at that time, if I expect a payment, simply they say that, "Ja, Baba, I have a lot of workmanship here." I thought I'm learning something. The client or owner, they thought he has some helping hand to into his team. So it happened like that.
Okay. So we would like to know more how you gained all your technical skills. Like we saw you're already proficient in so many technical domains like RC and steel structures and detailing of different structural elements as well as executing them properly. So like how did you gain all these proficient domains with time?
Yeah, previously you asked me a question, right? What is the difference between trained and untrained civil engineer? Yeah. Now coming to your present question, I'll inter. I just want to interconnect these two questions. That's why I remembered the question. So when I was in my third year of graduation, people are saying that AutoCAD is like Bhagavad Gita for civil engineer. In those days, it's a 2016, I think, 2016. So AutoCAD and StatPro. I used to listen these two software names, but due to the economical crisis and all the things, I went to the institute and I learned AutoCAD only, 2D and 3D. At that time only, I designed a I modeled G+7 in AutoCAD 3D only. I don't know Revit and 3ds Max SketchUp are there. I don't know, literally. I just try to create elevations and in the AutoCAD itself. So that is the level of dedication. I learned AutoCAD at that time, and I used to create 3D models and 2D continuously till now. I'm working on AutoCAD. So uh, it is like as they said, Bhagavad Gita for any civil engineer. Design any software, AutoCAD is basic for that.
So what is the
So
driving
enter
force
into the
that
designing
makes you
software.
interested to stay with the structural, you know, as a field proficient person.
Yeah, as I'm working as a site engineer, I used to travel from location to location. One site is in Hyderabad, another site is in Solapur, another site is in Kharagpur. I used to travel from site to site. So at that time, I was executing the drawings given by structural designer. I'm reading the drawings. I'm also understanding everything. I'm executing tactically in the site. The only difference is I'm not designing.
Okay.
So I thought, I why don't I try this? So immediately jumped into one of the reputed institute in Bangalore, learn structural engineering concepts from fundamentals, how many Indian codes are there, how they are treating buildings and all the things, what BSA Bureau of Indian Standards saying regarding the structural stability on the all the things. So I learned from that institute. These softwares, as you said, steel structures, concrete structures, culverts. I used to work on bridge also, bridge design also. So in that training process, I have participated in the G plus 43 building design as a team leader.
Wow.
I led a team of 10 members, including BIM engineers and structural engineers.
Okay. So, what is the
And
big?
we are the award-winning performers.
Yeah, we can definitely see that through all this extraordinary background.
Sorry, I think you have any internet issue.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I do have a bit, but I can't help this. Like, this is my Wi-Fi. Okay. Um.
Yeah,
So,
it
uh,
happens in the work from home situations.
great. What else you would love to advise all the students right now, because there are so many students who are still confused about which aspect to go through with civil engineering, as there are
Yeah,
future other
we
aspects,
have a
right?
lot of streams in civil engineering. Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of streams in civil engineering. Civil engineering is like an ocean. Everyone say about Moksha, say one story. I don't know. I can share here or not. Once Mokshagundam Vishweswaraya is traveling in a train. He was laying his head on the window. Just because of that vibrations, we will get some sound, right? When train moving,
Yeah, yeah.
just because of the difference in that wave vibration in the sound, he said that after some kilometers, the track has damaged.
Wow.
And he, as a biggest civil engineer, the train staff, the department persons will go there and they checked the lane exactly that was happened after some kilometers.
Oh my
So
God.
that is the power of a civil engineer. If you concentrate on the topics, if you dig into the concepts, that will happen with everyone. So I just want to say that civil engineering is like an ocean. If you entered into one stream, that means it is not like you are a geotechnical engineer. You should not know about structures, you should not know about environmental, you should not know about water resource. As a civil engineer, you have to know basics about all the things. बोलते ना सबके अंदर उंगली मार उंगली डालना है बस. You have to know about all the things. I'm not saying that you should be a professional person in all aspects. You have to learn at least basics in all the things. If you are a geotechnical engineer, concentrate on the soil preparation and all the things, but you should know about structures cause you have to coordinate, you have to interact with a structural engineer for foundation design.
So, have you ever
If a
followed?
water resource engineer, again, you have to coordinate with a geotechnical engineer.
So,
Yes.
have you ever followed a particularly determined, aim, goal, sort of a proverb in your life at any point of time that helped you through all those difficult situations?
Don't ask me about goals, huh? I have all goals. Just fix one goal, achieve that, and move to another goal. That's it. There is no long-term goal. Just because if we achieve the, we have to take step by step. If you fix the short term goal, just try to achieve that. After that, fix another goal. So I can suggest everyone this. If you, this is my view. I'm not saying this is the perfect view. This is according to me. I'm working on that and I'm getting this success. So if you fix the short term goal, work for that, achieve that, and fix another one.
Definitely, it's really important for us to work proficiently at what we are literally working at the present moment instead of looking only at the future. So, was there any particularly, college experience that inspired you, and you are so much grateful to it? Some
College.
teacher, yeah, some teacher or some project or some marks or something.
Yeah, I have a favorite teacher. He's a lab assistant, but he should not be.
Wow.
He has a lot of experience in the site. He worked as a surveying person. He know about surveying. He
Great.
taught so many students. He know
Mm-hmm.
how to teach. And he worked as a site engineer. He has site experience. So multiple experiences he has. But when we are doing our graduation, he is used to work as a lab assistant. So we are keep interacting with him to gain some more things. With we don't have any experience at that time, right? We have to learn from the others' experience. So that is very important. What they did, what they want to actually.
Mm-hmm.
So the learning from his name is Gopi. He right now he is working as a lab assistant only in the college, but he deserves much better position.
So we see an inspiration of him in you, right?
Yeah,
That's a hallmark which every
he
student
actually
should.
he used to motivate us. He used to motivate us. You can do that. You can do this. If we do something in some way, some experiment in the lab, he used to taught us some other method. You can do this in this manner also. So at that time, creativity will increase, right? One, everyone is going in one track. Why shouldn't we try in another way? We have 360 degrees to see the object, right?
Mhm.
Someone is waving from this side. Why should we see in the same way? Just try in another angle, right? If it works, you are an achiever. If it doesn't work, come into the backward.
It has been great pleasure of us to be with you. Your words have really helped us throughout the session. We really, really wish you a very excellent future, and we want to thank you and welcome you from our side with all your knowledge, which helped us so much throughout our field.
Yeah, thank you so much, and it's my pleasure to be here right now.
Okay. So we give you regards from the side of Protony, so that I hope we can meet in future as well.
Definitely, definitely.